Hello, and welcome back to the 2020-21 Vassar Athletics Awards Ceremony. Once again, I'm Amy Canfield, Assistant Director of Athletics for Communications, and it is my extreme honor to present to you the Rookie Performer of the Year from a men's team. Before we announce this year's winner, I'm pleased to introduce you all to our top four finalists for this year's honor. Nominated from men's tennis, Jay Wong. From baseball, Jaden Milstein. From men's track and field, Darnell Worley, and from men's volleyball, Colin Jones. Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. So this award is given to one male and one female student athlete that is designated as a freshman in recognition of outstanding athletics performance in a Vassar Athletics Department sponsored sport over the course of a current single academic year. It recognizes athletics excellence attained individually and in the context of team, league, conference, regional, and/or national competition. Each of our top four finalists has made an incredible impact in their sports this past season, despite the global pandemic. I'd like to briefly read a portion of their nomination submitted by their coaches. An All-Liberty League first team singles selection, Jay had an outstanding rookie season that brought so much to the men's tennis team, both on and off the court. In addition to a perfect 5-0 record in singles action, he showed true teamwork with classmate Benjamin Almquist as the pair went 3-1 on their way to all-league honorable mention in doubles action. The future is bright for Jay as men's tennis will continue to look for his leadership and outstanding play to build off its continued success. Colin's rookie season saw him become the highest ranked freshman All-American in the country, post the highest statistical numbers of any freshman, and become one of the most consistent performers that Vassar men's volleyball has ever seen. The greatest asset for Colin is his incredibly high expectations for himself. He is humble, kind, thoughtful, unselfish, all wrapped up in the hardest working and most unrelenting player on the team. He never took a day off, never slacked, always held himself to the highest standards for commitment and effort. With only a couple of competition opportunities, Darnell was barely able to showcase all of his talent, yet that didn't stop him from making an immediate impact. He demonstrated that he is one of the most talented men's sprinters we have ever had at Vassar, hitting speed and power testing records held by past NCAA qualifiers, school record holders, and conference champions. Part of the 2021 Liberty League East Champion 4x400 meter relay team, Darnell connects deeply with his teammates and has the capacity to be an NCAA qualifier and All-American down the road, and he's only just getting started. Ranking second in the Liberty League in triples while impressively committing no errors, Jaden had a very impressive first year that reached beyond his statistics and metrics. Jaden's positive attitude and relentless approach to the game made him a true leader on the field. He provided a spark to our team, which helped give us a chance to make the playoffs on the final day. In addition to his eye-popping stats, Jaden also made some amazing diving plays in the field. He was also one of our players who was always there getting extra work in the gym while always arriving early to the field for extra reps. We are so excited about what the future holds for Jaden. And now you know why they are our top four finalists. Incredible words for our honorees. But now I'd like to hear from them with a little bit of a Q&A. So don't be nervous. So we're going to start with Colin. As we heard in the description, you earned some of the highest possible accolades in your rookie campaign. What helped motivate you to keep getting better through all the ups and downs in one of the most competitive conferences in the nation?
Honestly, and it might sound a little cliche, but I got to say my teammates, having a great group of guys out there on the court with you, really inspires you to play not only for yourself, but also for the benefit of them, and having them there to, pick you up when you're feeling down, really helped me, grow as like not only a player, but also learn how to become a better teammate, I feel like.
Never wrong to thank your teammates, ever. Darnell, we're going to move on to you. With the uncertainty of not knowing if you were going to be able to compete in your freshman season, what really drove you to continue to push forward and excel as well as you did this year?
Initially, it was actually pretty difficult to find the motivation to practice, since I had only ever practiced and then gone to a meet like in high school. So everything that I did in practice was only executed at a meet. So it was weird for me not knowing whether or not I would be able to execute what I had learned in practice. So I definitely paid the price for that at the beginning of the season because I did slack off in the winter off-season training schedule, and my coach would say that too. But there was this particular workout we had. It was where we were given 23 seconds to run as far as we could, 2 times, so there were 2 reps of that. And that time is just a touch over my 200 PR. So by nature, the workout was set up in a way that gave me a sense of competition, even though it was only between me and the clock. So coach just said run a 200, gave a competitive time frame. So I wasn't thinking about actual meets at this point with union, barred, whatnot. It was just 23 seconds and the open track. It went well. I hit my times, the 200 mark. It was a good sign that I had at least maintained what I had done previously in high school. But I did max out and my body shut down on me. I couldn't really do anything about that. It was pretty painful. So I just sat there after the workout was finished, and I was just reminded of my lack of training in the off season. So, but even though I was still in a good spot, the benchmark gave me the motivation to not just maintain my physicality, but improve. So like I ran pretty fast, but why not go faster, regardless of whether or not that would be executed at a meet. So that was definitely a factor for motivation, which is entirely disjoint from the real competition setting. This was just in the practice setting. But the whole situation of me maxing out could have been avoided had I just stuck to one principle from the get-go, even in the winter off season. If you're gonna do anything, just do it 100%, not 50, not 80, not even 98, just do it 100%. And yeah, so I definitely learned that the hard way, but we were able to move forward with that towards the end of the season and have some good results.
Well, you learned that, and that's the important part.
Right.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jaden, you made quick impact on the baseball team this season. What did it mean for you to be able to compete and contribute to the Brewers squad the way you did this year?
Sure. So coming into this program as a freshman, I was really prepared to contribute to the team in any way possible, whether that be cheering on my teammates or competing on the field. And as my role expanded, I truly realized how much of an honor it is to compete for the Brewers, because not only do we take our baseball development very seriously, but we hold each other to a high standard in the classroom and as active members of the community. So to be integrated into this program and be upheld by those standards and be held accountable by my teammates and hold my teammates accountable, it was more than I could have asked for.
Absolutely. And I think the future is nothing but bright for you in your Brewers career.
Thank you.
And finally, let's go to Jay. So you made an impact from day one on the court, and it showed in your record, it showed in your play. What was the key for you in establishing yourself with the team to be able to make this kind of an impact this year?
Yeah, so I just want to start with saying thank you for organizing this call. And I'm truly honored to have been nominated alongside these 3 other great athletes for the Rookie of the Year. So you asked about the keys to establishing myself with the tennis team and making an immediate impact. So I think for me, there are definitely 2 major motivating factors. I think the first one would be my enjoyment for competition. I think ever since I was young, I was always a very competitive child. And I think growing up, that's definitely been an asset that I've utilized when competing in tennis. And yeah, like I definitely find myself having the most fun when it's a grueling long match. And it's always definitely a sense of satisfaction when, you can come out on top. And yeah, I just really love the intensity of competition in general. And I think second would definitely be my desire to play for a bigger cause by being a part of a team representing Vassar. So I think tennis, especially singles, it's a pretty solitary sport. It gets lonely sometimes. So I think when you're playing as a team and competing with 9 other guys who you spent the last 6 months training almost every day with, I think there's definitely a bigger bond there, and it also definitely gives you a bigger sense of purpose. I think also the atmosphere surrounding matches is more highly charged, and winning is just that much more important for me personally, and that's what I definitely felt this year. I think also when you can bring home a victory for your college, just make the whole experience that much more enjoyable. And I think all that I've mentioned is really why I took an interest in playing varsity athletics for Vassar in the first place. Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. And having watched all of you this spring, I can definitely say that you brought home a lot of excitement and a lot of pride to Vassar. So thank you, all of you, so much for taking the time to meet with us and talk about your seasons. Truly wonderful responses. And it is now time to unveil the winner of the 2020-21 Rookie Performer of the Year from a men's team.
And the award goes to Colin Jones, men's volleyball.
Hi there. Today, I just like to give some thanks in being given this award. I can't tell you how much it means to me to receive this award. So there's just a few people I'd like to tell thank you to. First, AJ Erickson and Jacob Kim. I can't thank you guys enough for being my friends and my asterisk All-American setter. Deceptively good, by the way. Second, I'd like to thank my coach, Richard Gary, for supporting me throughout the entire season and inspiring me to play my best even when I felt like I wasn't. Third, I'd like to thank the amazing swimmer, Shirley Walker, for watching all of our games, even when she probably didn't have enough time to. The sport meant everything to me. Next, I'd like to thank my two parents, for believing in me my entire life and supporting my academic and athletic interests all the way up until I made it to college. And then last, but of course not least, I just want to thank my entire team. You're a great group of guys, and I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.